Welcome to Dicejunkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
Q.
And on Skype.
You got Bloodaxe.
All right.
But let's jump to the next one.
All right. So next up we have Embracer stock price falls following Saint Row reviews.
This is Saints Row reboot.
Yeah, this is reminiscent to Cyberpunk. I mean, we saw, the bad reviews affect the price of the company, and here comes Saints Row, which a lot of people I've seen reviewing this have said that have worse bugs than even Cyberpunk. Which
despite what you think, it isn't. While there are complaints about the main characters, the NPCs being rather intolerable, and the main theme being not Bloodaxe probably wouldn't like it. But the thing is, it's also really glitchy, though. A lot of people have said, no, it's just really, really glitchy. And I've watched footage where in the middle of a gunfight, you can't attack anymore, which is terrible in a shooting game. Wild T-poses, teleporting characters, terrible AI on your companions. It feels rushed. It feels badly, badly rushed. And worse, it doesn't even have a story to support it. So it's badly rushed, glitchy, and most people don't seem to enjoy the story. So the thing is that Embracer, this was their first big AAA game. Like, this was their first big game. So that's why it hurt to stock. Because everybody was going, this is going to let us know if Embracer is going to be a viable studio. This is like their first big game. And it went, like, you check out some ratings, grab some ratings for it.
Well, here's another thing. So apparently Embracer decided to move its struggling Knights of the Old Republic remake to another internal studio following production problems. So this isn't the only production problems they've had either. Now, they did claim that this shouldn't hurt them because apparently they have plenty of productions going on. And by having so many productions, it won't hurt as much when a costly production fails.
Yeah, but it hurt their stock, so no, it does. Because, I mean, do you know how bad it's got to go for your stock to take a hit for one game to do that?
What did you want me to look up?
Some ratings for Saints Row.
Oh, okay.
But, like, to see what these low ratings were. Now they may have been boosted now because you know how that works. But they were really bad when they first came out. And I think what also hurt this was that the staff took a very aggressive stance towards criticism, like very, very aggressive.
Yeah. Now, just a quick look here on Google, we see 63% Metacritic, 6 out of 10 on IGN, and a 9 out of 10 on Steam.
Yeah, so like, and user scores at 3.0.
Yeah, now that's, that's the critic scores. Okay. Yeah, user score 3.0.
And the critics
3
don't
out
mean,
of 10. That's a 30%.
And you need to understand this. Critic scores, I'm about to get in a lot of trouble. Critic scores mean nothing for video games.
Critic scores mean nothing at all lately. I mean,
true, but especially for video games. And the reason why is because it doesn't matter what the critics think if it's not selling. Because, see, with a show, though, it's who's watching it. And the critics can say this show's pretty good, and you're like, okay. But these are people that bought it. These people are people that spent money. And for a product that's being sold directly to the user, the critics aren't even a part of the equation. They're literally not a part of the equation. So I'm just being blunt. The user score is the only thing that matters here. And sadly, it is horrifically bad.
So, yeah, we have a 1 here, only worth $5. Cringe, bad story.
Glitchy.
Very
glitchy,
unfun game.
I just want you to know that, too. Note, a lot of these reviews,
bugs,
buggy.
glitches, graphics are all awful. And it also woke garbage.
But note there, buggy.
Woke crap, buggy.
I mean, they also don't like the woke part, but a lot of them also saying it's buggy. And I've seen it. It is buggy. It is very, very buggy.
Yeah, I'd try.
And that's why when you see a 10 out of 10, you got to look at them crazy because no buggy game should ever get a 10 out of 10 if it's buggy. How can a game be 10 out of 10 and it doesn't play? Right.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
Here's somebody mentioning all the recent super buggy games and
FNAF and Cyberpunk and Sonic 06. Yeah. Boring and buggy, terrible graphics, bad controls, terrible mechanics, bad humor,
bad acting.
Yeah, so I mean, now I've seen a lot of cringe, and like I gotta admit, I rarely see the cringe claim. That means that's usually I know what it is. 10 out of 10. Yet we know this game, it does not have the best graphic. Oh wow.
With relatable characters.
They claim it has the best
Cool
graphics.
combat.
Okay, that's a fake
Easily
review.
the best graphics of any Saint Row game to date. Oh well, I mean, yeah, it's
I
the
don't know. The last Saints Row, the
well,
superpowers,
the-
Gat Out of Hell looked pretty good.
yeah. But I mean, it's also a completely different style of graphics.
Well, also saying it's got
than
the best graphics of any game, and it's been years since the last one.
That's what I'm saying. Saints Row game. Well, the last Saints Row game was 2017, I think.
Like I look at PS
So-
brand, I have to go. If this is a 10 out of 10 for you, then what the heck would an actual good game be? I bet they fucking jizzed their pants. Like for example, compared to The Last of Us 2. While I don't like the
Okay,
story
here's
of
a
Last of Us 2,
4.
the
Let's
graphics
see.
and gameplay of Last of Us 2 is great.
Let's look at a 4. This one hurts. As an avid Saints Row fan, this breaks my heart. The game feels and plays worse than the original Saints Row. Yet Saints Row the Third remastered. The game doesn't feel like it's from 2006.
Okay, no, there's no mention of cringe or anything. It's just the game plays badly, and I mean, I've watched people playing it. It looks
these are,
really clunky.
come on, I don't really trust Zero reviews very often. Zero is it's sort of like a 10. I don't trust
unplayable,
10s. I don't trust zeros.
I don't know, dude. If it's something that's so glitchy it's unplayable, that is a 0 to me.
I'm more likely to trust a 0 than a 10, but.
If it's up for glitches, I will admit, if it's about content, no game's a 0 out of 10 for content. But now, if I can't play it,
so
yeah, if in the middle of fights I stop being able to shoot my weapon, that's gonna piss me off.
This guy says graphically mediocre, uninspired story, terrible characters.
I have heard the missions are boring,
average playability. This is what and then woke. Okay.
But it had some potential. I said some of the action looked like it could have been good if it wasn't for the glitches. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
I've seen some good fights. Like, I'll say that. But then the guy's gun stopped working. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the guy's running around. He's kicking butt. Then he can't swing anymore. And I'm like, well, dang it. That would be a pretty big downer, wouldn't it, Bloodaxe? It's like, I'm having a good time. I can't swing. I can't shoot.
I mean, it was bad enough for stock prices to drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
We had that problem with Outriders, but we kept trying, and the game was fun. The story was great, but the gameplay made it miserable. We had the same problem with Wonderlands. With Xeno tried to play cross-platform, the gameplay just was not working. So, no, you're right. I mean, the performance of a game can greatly, lower your reception of it if it's unplayable.
Maybe if it makes you stop playing it, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. If you're forced to stop playing a game, and we'll cut back to him and say no, but if you're forced to stop playing a game because of glitches, that is a 0 because you're not playing a game. You're literally not playing it. You stopped playing the game. Go ahead, man.
Oh no! Then Dave Sprinkles was talking about how Skyrim was having a bad experience for him as well. But yeah, I mean, we've gone through games that had crappy story, and I'm not going to go back on the deep end on those games again. But we had fun playing together, and the in-game content was so much fun that we kind of looked past, some of the problems we have with the story aspects itself. Mm-hmm. But we had fun looting and shooting and, playing together as friends and trying to find better gear and, whipping those bosses' asses, as fast as we could. So, I mean, there is ways for you to enjoy a game beyond the boundaries of a bad written story. But if your gameplay is shit and your story is great, it won't make it matter because we won't get that far to enjoy the story to begin with.
Yeah.
So start with the base mechanics first and then have a good written story too.
He's 100% right because a bad story but good gameplay, you can enjoy the gameplay and ignore the story. But let me tell you something. Trying to muscle through bad gameplay, this is it. Muscle through bad gameplay just to get the story. You've been there.
Oh, yeah.
We play games and we're like, oh, this hurts. Just try to beat this game. It hurts.
Dude, I can skip some story if I don't like story. You can't skip bad gameplay. Yeah.
You know what? He cut it out. Perfect way to say it. You can skip bad story. You can't skip bad gameplay.
All right, well, that's going to wrap us up for this week. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out Dicejunkies.com where you can find links everywhere we are online. And be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on our YouTube channel. And as every week,
we hope you enjoy.
Just a player.